Here we go. Big game breakdown. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Real SportsBit. He's at Teddy_Covers at SportsBit Live. And thanks for checking us out. Thanks to Intertop Sportsbook. 22 years online. Sign up, deposit, and win. Eastern Conference Round 2. Cleveland and Toronto, Game 1 tonight. Series price, Toronto minus $2. Take back plus 170 on the Cavs. When is LeBron? I think the last time he was this big of a dog in the Eastern Conference playoffs was 2008. With his final year with Cleveland, when he left and went to Miami. He's a 6.5 point dog tonight in Game 1. Depends where you shop. 215 the total. That's some steam on the under. It was 218, but 110 points per 100 possessions in the series against Washington. A lot to like with the Raptors offense. They were the only team in the league in top 5 efficiency, defense and offense. Their defense struggled at times against the Wizards, but let's start here. The bench is back. Because Van Vliet's back, he only played 3 minutes, but going into Game 6, was great in the second half, played a solid Game 6. The bench ran them out in the second half. They were terrific. Siakam, Pirtle, Miles, and Wright, 32 points per game in the Washington series. It is a total mismatch when you look at the benches. The best in the league, they go 11-12 deep, and LeBron can trust nobody on those guys they acquired at the trade deadline.
Nobody, but at the same time, when you read the quotes from the Cavs after their win in Game 7 against Indiana, well, LeBron's at least saying there's some chemistry. Quote, we started the game with a unit that we knew, all 5 of us. We knew what we could get out of each other. We've been in situations before. We've played in big games before. So that's a comfort to start the game. Of course, when it comes to the rotations for Cleveland, let's just say there've been issues, and there will continue to be issues for the Cavs. But the fact that Cleveland was able to get out of the first round in a series where nobody except LeBron scored more than 20 points in any game, it was LeBron and nobody. You know, Game 7, wow. Tristan Thompson stepped up and probably played played his best game of the series. But the consistent supporting cast hasn't been there. I'm with you on the concept that Van Vliet matters a lot. Probably matters more than the markets are accounting for him. Raptors in the second half against the Wizards in Game 6, you said it. They ran him out, and it was the bench unit that did it. Toronto's bench was as good as any in the Eastern Conference all year, and with a healthy Van Vliet, that is a legitimate edge for the Raptors. That being said, I don't know how much Ty Lue's going to use his bench tonight. He certainly hasn't put LeBron on the bench very much so far here in the postseason.
Well, so they have the depth. Maybe Cleveland gets tired. Maybe the moment's too big for Toronto. If they can't win this series, I'm done with them. I mean, this is a horror show. You're a favorite now. You're the 1 seed against the 4. How about this now, where LeBron now they went 1-6 ATS in the Indiana series. How about LeBron after Game 7? I'm burned out. I'm tired. He played every game this season, and he averaged 41 minutes in the series against Indiana. He's saying that after Game 7, and now short turnaround, Game 1 tonight, and every game in this series is every other day.
Yeah, exactly. 1 on, 1 off. No rest for the weary for Cleveland. That being said, Dwayne Casey doesn't believe it. You know, I know that LeBron ranked number, was he 1 or 2 in the NBA in minutes in the regular season? Whatever. He was right near the top, played an enormous number of minutes. He averaged 41 minutes in the series against Indiana, played 43 in the decisive Game 7 on Sunday. You know, the quote, I'm not thinking about Toronto until tomorrow. I'm ready to go home. Can we? I'm tired. And then, of course, the quote from Dwayne Casey says, you believe he's tired? I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see him sitting over on the bench. And I haven't seen that very much because he's playing at such a high level. It's amazing the type of condition he's in. We're not banking on that. You know, Casey, again, he's on a mission, but there's certain things we want to do to make him expend some more energy. And there's a variety of ways we can do that. I don't want to sit up here and give away our game plan, what we want to do, how we want to do it, what we want to take away, what we want to give them. That wouldn't be prudent on my part, but I'm convinced that Casey and the Raptors are going to do their best to gas LeBron tonight and throughout the course of this series. They're going to make him work hard. And if LeBron is gassed, might be a short series for the Cavs.
You agree with the move on the total? because Cleveland had the second worst defense in the league. Indiana was good, but they weren't explosive. Indiana was 12th in offensive efficiency. Toronto was 3rd, and they keep coming at you. And remember, those last 2 regular season meetings were shootouts that they played. Toronto had like a 74-point half in one of those games.
Sure, but the move on the total appears to be more based on pace than it is on efficiency numbers. And what we've seen so far in the postseason, the Cavs haven't been trying to push the pace. And while the Raptors were efficient, they're not a team that's really trying to push the pace. So I think that move is all about expected possessions, not about expected efficiency.
All right.
You're right about the concept here. Like if Toronto can't get past Cleveland here, look, the Cavs knocked the Raptors out of the playoffs last year. They swept them out of the playoffs last year. They knocked them out of the playoffs 2 years ago. This year, Toronto doesn't have the best player, but they probably have the better team. Raptors are supposed to take care of business in this series, although when you talk about Cleveland and the roles we like them in, we hate them at home. They've been much better on the road. They've been much better catching points, ATS, than in any other role they've had this season.
Yeah. Thought it was huge, Game 6, for their confidence. They get 19 minutes out of Van Vliet. The Raptors have been 0-23 all time in road playoff games when they trailed at the half before they won Game 6.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the games.